Few friends recently decided to start this channel by the name Reflection on some of the teachings of the Baha'i faith, because we thought that maybe there are souls, there are individuals who are interested to know about the teachings of the Baha'i faith. So this is completely informal discussions and sometimes a short talk referring to some of the teachings of the Baha'i faith. Today, I thought that I can start with the subject of aim of the Baha'i faith. In the Baha'i faith, the ultimate aim of the faith is to establish oneness of mankind, or unity of humanity. You ask even a Baha'i child, she knows that the aim of the Baha'i faith is to establish oneness of mankind. Because Baha'u'llah says, no power exists except through unity. Baha'u'llah is founder of the Baha'i faith, means glory of God. No power exists except through unity. So this is, I think, a fact that I don't think anyone denies it, that unity brings power. Disunity is not creating power. Weakness and powerlessness is the result of hatred and disunity. Imagine, for instance, two families. One family is quite poor, father and mother and children. With absolute poverty, they are living. But one thing they have, one quality is existing in this family, and that is unity among the members of the family. Mom and dad love each other and love their children the same way children respect and love their parents. This family is powerful, no doubt. But imagine another family, maybe not far away, very rich. They have all the facilities, big house, and every child has her own car and room and all the facilities. But the only problem is that there is no unity among them. Mom and dad do not love each other. Neither children love one another or their parents. This family, although very rich, living in physical comfort, but they are powerless. They are poor in reality because there is no unity. This example can be given on larger level, I think even on national level, government. For instance, three powers like legislative and judicial and executive power. If these three powers in a country are not united, although it is a big country, but there is always a struggle between these three powers. They humiliate each other, directly or indirectly reject one another. That government, that big country is in trouble, never progress, because these three powers are fighting with each other. But if there is a tiny island in the heart of an ocean, in this small island, the three powers, legislative, judicial, and executive power, are united. Although very small in number of population, but this country is powerful because there is unity. So the question arises that when we know these factors, why we do not have unity? Why people are not trying to bring oneness and unity among the people of the world? In fact, as one of the great teachers of the Baha'i faith said, she said, physically the world has become very small and united because of communication and transportation. Beautifully, it is called global village. Our world is so small now, especially because of communication. But spiritually, in reality, it is not really a global village. People are not together, they are not united. Today, if there is something happening in the other part of the world, say in Ecuador, for instance, today there was an earthquake, right that time I can watch it in my TV here in India, what is going on in Ecuador. I know details of it, but I don't know what is happening to my neighbor. I don't know whether my neighbor had enough food for their children. I don't know whether my neighbor could arrange for the college fees of their daughter. But I know what is going on in Ecuador. Why? Because our hearts are far away from each other. The aim of the Baha'i faith is, while preserving this physical unity, try to promote and establish real spiritual unity of humanity. As it is said several times repeatedly, we are all members of one big family. Big family, maybe different races, nationalities and language, but we are all human beings. We are members of one family. This is the ultimate aim of the Baha'i faith. If someone asks me, then why it is not being established, I say only but one word. One word is there, and that is called prejudices, fanaticism. Prejudices are destructive. They block the way of unity and understanding and harmony. There are different types of prejudices. We can name some of them. There is race prejudice. There is national prejudice. There could be language prejudice even in 21st century. But the most spreading one today is called religious prejudice. Religious prejudice, that everybody consider that my religion is the best, is the first, is the last, and is the only way for salvation. But that is not constructive. Why I say religious prejudice is most destructive? Because religion is something that connects to the hearts of the people, the emotion, the love we have for our own belief sometimes goes to the extent that we cannot accept any other ideas, any other faith and religions, unfortunately. And that is why we can see today in the world one of the most destructive and common cause of disunity and hatred and even bloodshed is question of religion. Whereas Baha'u'llah says religion, every religion has one ultimate aim. Also, all of them have one aim, and that is unity among the people, the followers and the people. But we see that it is not existing today in the world. Somehow we should find out how to overcome this problem. In fact, fundamentally all the religions are one. In fact, there is only but one religion. This is our concept in the Baha'i faith. There is only one religion, and that is called religion of God. But this one religion is being introduced to humanity gradually. We call it progressive revelation. Progressive revelation, step by step. But they are the same reality. The source is one, and that is from God. Example I can give really is like in a school. In the school you have different standards, different classes. You have class 1, 2, 3, up to 12 for instance, and so on, and it continues. But you cannot say which class is better. You cannot say 6th standard is better than 3rd standard, and so on, because they are on one reality, that is question of education. Education is the aim, and this gradually children go through these standards, and progressively we go through the different steps of education. And there is no end to this education, in fact. There is no end to the religions of God. As long as man was there and is going to be there, religions of God will be there to educate humanity. So this question of prejudice, religious prejudice, is really childish, unfortunately. And in 21st century, if we try to say which religion is the best, which religion is not good, it's not correct. Because we believe that laws and teachings of the religion is revealed by divine teachers according to the need and requirement of man. Requirement 2,000 years ago for humanity was different than today. 1,000 years ago it was different. And for sure, after the Baha'i faith, there will be new religions coming, because mankind progress and need changes. Requirement will be different. Therefore, there will be need for new teachings and laws and ordinances. Then a divine manifestation of God, or you call him prophet, any name you give, divine teachers come to give the teachings according to the need of the time, without rejecting the previous one. In the same way in the school, when I go from 5th standard to 6th, it doesn't mean that I don't believe in my teacher of 5th standard, or I don't refer anymore to my textbook of 5th standard. It is not like that. I still love, respect my teacher of the previous standard. And I know that whatever they taught me was correct, was true. But in 6th standard, we have different homework, different teachings, additional one, because we are growing. It is progressive. If this fact is accepted by humanity, that all the major religions of God are from one source, are from God, and we should not fight because of the name of the time of every religion. Today we should see what is the need and requirement of humanity, and whether the Baha'i faith answers the need of the people of the world today. If it is so, then we accept it. But it doesn't mean that I deny my previous religion and other religions. Never. Never. But I, of course, accept the teachings and practice it. Like if I go, as I said, from 5th standard to 6th standard, I cannot continue the homework of 5th standard because I love them. But I should also follow the instruction of the teacher of the 6th standard and practice and do the homework of 6th standard. This is in a simple way to help the people of the world, especially our children and youth, future generation. We should educate them that all the religions are fundamentally one. They are from one source, and we believe in all of them. We accept all of them, and we'll search for the truth to see who is the divine teacher for this age and follow his teachings. One thing should be mentioned here, that religions can be of two kinds. One is a true religion revealed by the prophet of God, or the terminology we use in the Baha'i faith, manifestation of God. And there are additional things to the true religion, interpretation of human being or by religious leaders. It is man-made religion. It is not really that true religion revealed by manifestation of God. And most of the time people fight on that man-made religion and they think it is the true religion, which is not. We should separate these two really from each other. So the true religion says people should love each other. There should be cooperation between them, love and unity among them. So this is true religion. In the Baha'i faith we say, if religion is cause of disunity and hatred, then what is the use of that religion? I always give this example. If I have headache, I take aspirin. But if I take aspirin and my headache increases, it is better to stop taking aspirin. The same thing is about religion. Religion should not really create hatred, disunity, and God forbid, bloodshed. So when we refer to true religion, when we see that fundamentally they are one, there will be unity among the people of the world.